Hello, this is Mr. Alexander here with the unit overview for GM9, which is all about vectors. Now, vectors, as it appears here at GCSE level, is completely different to any other bit of maths that you have seen before. It leads into some absolutely massive areas of mathematics and computing and physics, but you won't have seen anything like it before you start learning this module. So as I've said already, there isn't really any other area of maths that you have studied up until this point that is quite like vectors. But you do need to know how to manipulate and simplify all those algebraic expressions, because one of the strong points about vectors is they behave very much like the variables that you've come across in algebra already. This is a real advantage to vectors, and what's one of the reasons why they are so incredibly powerful. Now, there are many applications of vectors. We use them in physics. For instance, when we look at forces, we use them in when we're looking at various different aspects of physics, like to do with motion. But we also use them in computing. Now here is Vector, the baddie from the film Despicable Me, which came out a few years ago, that you might want to ask your parents about. But he is Vector, and the irony is he was completely made from vectors, because all computer graphics that you see are basically the application of vectors. Be that computer graphics when you're watching a film like Despicable Me, or when you're playing a computer game, anything involving computer graphics is basically just applied vectors. And they are really useful. And it's what I spoke about earlier, the fact that vectors act very much like the algebra expressions that you've used already, but allow us to do things like we do with computer graphics. So there's so much to learn about with vectors. So let's begin with the stuff that you'll need for this unit. So off you go, and good luck.